Hi everyone, Kathleen here, Research Director at XTB. This is a busy week for markets. While it's fairly quiet on the data front in the UK, the US has some major economic releases coming out this week, which will culminate in the non-farm payrolls report on Friday. If you remember a month ago, the same data releases sparked a major global market sell-off as fears started to rise that the US economy was in for a hard landing. Since then, stock markets have recovered well, however they remain jittery. After last month's weak economic data, the market started to price in a rapid pace of US interest rate cuts. There's now 100 basis points of cuts priced in by December. This is interesting since US stock markets are hovering close to record highs, which suggests that the US economy is in good health. In contrast, interest rate expectations suggest that the US economy is in trouble. If we get a stronger than expected payrolls report from the US this week, something in the 200,000 range, along with a downtick in the unemployment rate, then we could see a pricing out of interest rate cut expectations in the US. The market impact of this could boost the dollar and might slightly lead to risk-off sentiment. However, if rate cut expectations get scaled back, then this is likely to be because the US economy is doing better than some expected, which is actually good news for risk sentiment. And this is why we're not too bearish on the outlook for US stocks, even as they reach record highs. However, there's one caveat to this: tech stocks. The second theme that's worth considering this month is AI. The AI theme has seen tech stocks like Nvidia absolutely soar this year. However, last week Nvidia was one of the weakest performers on the S&P 500 after its better than expected results for last quarter were just not good enough for a market that has an insatiable appetite for tech. This is why it's worth watching what happens to tech stocks this week. A prolonged sell-off in Nvidia and other AI names could signal an unraveling of the AI theme, which could also hit the likes of Microsoft and Google, who are AI plays. These stocks are so big that if they struggle, then the entire S&P 500 could come under pressure. Lastly, politics could come back into focus. German election results have had little impact on German stocks this week. However, France still doesn't have a government after its elections in June, and next week sees the first presidential debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump in the US. Harris is currently leading Trump in the majority of the polls. However, she's not engaged in many individual interviews, so this debate has the potential to shift momentum for both campaigns. From a market perspective, if Trump wins the debate and narrows Kamala Harris's lead, then it could lead to concerns about a contested election result in November, which might add to market jitters. That's all for now. Thanks for joining.